Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Swoop there and we are here in my Prehistoric Kingdom Alpha Park. I have to apologise in advance of this episode. I tried my best to record the construction of the building I'm going to show you, however it was crashing so often that it almost became unplayable, to be honest. So I really had to scrap the speed build entirely, and I have finished to a somewhat moderate standard a building I'm about to show you. It is a big theatre style building that I have put some raptors in. So it is in the west side of the park, and I have put a throughway into the other side of the park now, just as I said I would do. So I'm going to show you that one, and then I'm going to jump into a really short speed build. I'm going to do some gardening. I'm going to put in a small exhibit building. I've been playing around with a way to do some water filled exhibits, and then I will hopefully, fingers crossed, another day be able to do a proper habitat build for you. Today it just was really buggy and glitchy and there were lots of issues. So anyway, here we go. We're going to enter the west and we go through here past the staff only area and past the Coelophysis, and then if we go this way you'll see there's a new path up the hill here. And if we follow this new path up this way, I have built a new building which is coming into view just there on the right. So we are going to head into the building and have a bit of a look. It overlooks the Brachiosaurus habitat. Obviously there are no Brachiosaurus in there at the moment, however that's where it is situated, so I've kind of changed the edge of the Brachiosaurus habitat to accommodate this building. It's a really large building, but when we get inside you'll see why. So I've popped in these garden beds along the front here, and I've also put in just a few kind of messy bushes and so on, and then we'll head in through the entrance here. So you can see there's a little glimpse of the Brachiosaurus viewing and feeding area over here, and then if we just head in here through the door and then we turn left, and then here we are in this great big kind of auditorium. So as you can see, I've got some raptors in here, and I've got kind of like a little stage area for the keepers to do some raptor talks and actually give the guests a bit of an immersive experience. You can see I've got some mesh all around the outside here. This is actually a glass ceiling. I thought it would be a really nice idea to have this be available to do some nighttime things as well, and like you can look out and see the stars and so on. But at the moment in Alpha we just have the daytime area, which is fine, and no lighting. So here you can see I've got the stands where people can file in and kind of sit, and then if you are a keeper you would come up here and you would stand here on the stage. You might have a couple of trained raptors who might come to you on this area and you would point out some of their features. You might have some keepers up the back there who might call the raptors to them so that the crowd could have them fly over their heads and so on. So yeah, I mean, this is what I created. I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to actually have it on a speed build. I tried my best, but like I said, it was just a lost cause, to be honest. So there you are. So that's the building so far. I'm going to zoom out shortly so I can show you what it looks like from the bird's eye view and whereabouts in the park it is. So let's just go out this other side here. There's another exit here. This is the keeper exit, so the keepers can go through here. There's like a little airlock in here where they can bring the raptors in and out, and then there's some steps that come down that way. We'll go out the guest exit, so we'll go out here, and then this is the exit on the other side of the building. So looking down into, this is down into the Guanlong habitat here, and we're backed onto the back of the Lambeosaurus habitat on this side. So if I just flip around you'll be able to see kind of where the keepers can go in and out. So that's just here, and they've got their steps going up into here, and then this way is the Brachiosaurus. So it's kind of nice when you're sitting in here as a guest. You've got this nice view towards the Brachiosaurus habitat. You can see the dinosaurs kind of walking around in there, and if I zoom out you'll be able to see, excuse us for coming through, you'll be able to see just how the building is situated. So if I zoom around this way Yeah, so no Brachiosaurus is going to be able to get out here. I've put some water down the bottom here as well. I've sort of made the habitat barriers go right up into the rock wall. And then I have also created a path that is going this way to kind of link up with the other side of the park. Over here is the Torvosaurus and the Guanlong habitat just here. So we might follow that path along, and then I'll jump into a really quick speed build and do some gardening and maybe a really quick exhibit building. I've got some ideas for that. And then I will come back for another real-time part. So most of this episode is going to be real-time though, just simply because I wasn't able to properly do a speed build for you guys for this big building. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. So let's continue on this way. We'll go down the path so you can see where it kind of ends up. So you can see I've got a big rock wall kind of here on the left because there's a big dip here that goes down to the Guanlong habitat. I'm going to fill this with some garden in the very near future. In fact, I'll do that this episode. And then, sometimes I have real trouble with the camera in this because sometimes it works really well and other times I have real trouble having it do like small movements like what I did just then. Sometimes it just won't do it. So here we go, straight in here, and there is the Torvosaurus entrance over this way and the Guanlong down here, down in this area down here. So I have put a throughway through the park. We'll zoom out and have a look. Okie dokie, so here is the Coelophysis habitat, and then you would walk along here. This is the Raptor auditorium that I've put in, and the pathway kind of connects up here. So now the park does, I guess, a really nice big loop. The only part that isn't really part of the loop is the velociraptors, but that's just a little extra that people can come down here and do. So you can come and walk through here, see the Coelophysis, see the Brachiosaurus, then walk this way, head to the auditorium, then walk around this way, and you can go to this area and then walk around this way. So I'm looking at perhaps making the Nosutoceratops habitat a next door neighbour of the only other dinosaur in the alpha that I haven't put in yet, and then I will make this a loop as well. So then we kind of have loops all the way through the park, and I also need to fix up a bridge that is over this way. So I'm going to jump into a really quick speed build. I'm going to do my best to, you'll see some sneaky kind of things over here in the background that I've been working on. So I am going to see what I can get done with the crashes. If it doesn't crash, I'll just keep going. If it does, I will pop back and see you guys really shortly. Alright, see you on the flip side. Bye. Well, hello everybody, welcome back from the speed build. Bit of a shorter speed build today. I have built a little, I guess you'd call it kind of an aquarium style building. It didn't take me very long, it's extremely simple. The reason I went with such a short speed build and a simple build today is because, as you saw prior, I have just finished building this giant structure here and that took me quite some time. So I went with something simple for the speed build. Also, I only had one crash while building this building, funnily enough. I think it's probably because it's not all that complex versus the other one that crashed constantly because it was quite complex to build and there were lots of pieces involved. So here we are. I'm not entirely sure about this tree here. Perhaps we'll just get rid of it. Sorry, mate. Oh, and that one there too. Okay, it's looking a bit bare now, so we might just throw in, okay, oh, it's quite big, we might just pop in maybe one of these here. Perfect, okay. So as you can see, I've put in the garden here, and I have also put in this building down here. Let's go down and take a look. Off we go. Alright, so you can choose to enter here or enter over here. I'm going to put another roof on the entranceways here, and then you wander on in. And once you get in here, you're kind of inside this building where there are some aquariums. Now there aren't any fish or such in there at the moment, but I guess this would be for really small kind of animals that could go into these aquariums. Where they can kind of be seen to swim around, and then you could have some information about them in these little on the little panels by the sides, I suppose. I just have created these basically with really thick glass panels, so if I actually was to scroll up like this a little bit, you can see kind of how they are layered through, because they don't get any wider than that, so that's as wide as they'll go, so I kind of had to layer them through. But if you just kind of look from this way, it just looks like murky water, and you can see sort of the plants and so on in there. You can also walk around. There's quite a lot of Z fighting in this building because I did make it rather quickly. So you can see here the glass, but if we just kind of walk around here, you can see there's the plants on this side, and there is another 2 tanks over this side of the building, and you can choose to walk in and out either entrance or exit. So we're going to go out this way, walk out here into the sun, and then here we are back at the garden bed, and then we can continue on towards the Torvosaurus habitat over this way if you want. So there you have it, guys, the small aquarium exhibit building just here, and the large raptor auditorium here. So I hope you really enjoyed the episode today. Once again, I do apologise I wasn't able to get this on camera. In the near future, I've had quite a few requests now from people that are subscribing and liking my videos. One of them is to terraform an entire map, so I will look to do that. I'll wait and see what we get with the beta, because at the moment I think terraforming wouldn't be all that fun. I do terraform quite a few maps in Planet Zoo, and I do have some links below to those if you're interested in seeing those. I've also had a habitat request for a baryonyx, I think that's how you say it. So, and I know that that's going to be in the early access, I believe, so I will look at building a habitat for that dinosaur. Someone else asked me to start building an area for the larger mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and such. I don't think they're called saber-toothed tigers, but I need to look into that. I think I probably will do that in this park. I'm just concerned that I'm starting to get a lot of pieces now in this park, and there is a lot of crashing happening, so hopefully I can overcome that. If not, I may start a new park. We'll have to wait and see. And then I've also had some people request a habitat for the Parasaurolophus, so I am also going to do that. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you really enjoyed the episode. Thank you for liking my videos. If you have done that, you are a legend. Thank you for subscribing if you are a subscriber. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of people watching my videos but not subscribing, and a lot of return viewers coming to watch and not subscribed. So if you are one of those people, please feel free to subscribe. It would really make my day. Otherwise, I really hope you have a great day yourselves. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye.